Hello, hello, beautiful Sagittarius. How are you? Welcome to your morning musing. Just a little announcement here for those who missed it. First of all, this is a little extra added feature. If you're new to the channel, welcome. The morning musings is just part of my normal everyday process, and I decided in the new year to invite you in so you could kind of be like a little birdie on my shoulder and see how I start my day by pulling some cards and musing on them, right? Reflecting on the energies coming through. I'd say it shows up about 75 to 80% of the time in the main spreads. Yours will usually would come later in the day, but here's the announcement. I'm not sure I will get your full spread up today. For those who don't know, I was in a pretty ugly car accident on Friday, the 22nd, I want to say, and each day things are getting a little progressively worse for me up in my upper back area, so it can be a little difficult as the day goes on to work, not straight through. So I will get the reading done today. However, in the event you don't see it later on, please have your notification bell set. You'll need to be subscribed to do that so that you can see it when it pops up tomorrow morning if I don't get it up today. So I just wanted to make that little caveat. I'm doing the very best I can. You have all been so lovely and so supportive, and you've all been like, go take a nap, go lay down. But reading kind of helps me. This is healing for me. So I'm not going to push myself to the point where I make things worse. But if I can't get your full spread up this afternoon, it will be up about this time tomorrow. Okay, that's enough. There are more announcements. I'm pulling for you a card from Numerology Guidance. This is our oracle for this series. Let's see what wants to come through for Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. It's fine if you're here as a cross watcher. Just remember, this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. So you'll have to find yourself in the spread. Okay, Numerology Guidance. What does Sagittarius need to know? Lovely. Communication. Card 33. Card 33, master number. We do not reduce it. And the number of communication. FYI, Sag, we are in the shadow phase in the run-up to Mercury retrograde, which occurs on January 30th. Depending on when you're watching this, it may already be past. But so this is important for you. I'm going to read it, but it's important for you because everything that happens in the shadow phase is usually what gets reviewed when Mercury goes retrograde. So be paying attention to everything from like it was the 14th or 15th of January all the way through to the 30th. Everything that happens in terms of your communication is what will be reviewed in the retrograde. Just wanted to make that clear. So that's the little helpful hint we get. So it says, I know it's hard to see with all the goldie here. This card indicates a need to communicate your thoughts and feelings and have the courage to speak your truth. Instead of keeping things to yourself out of fear of judgment, ridicule, or conflict, you must express your honest opinion. By doing so, you are releasing that energy from your being and promoting a healthy body and mind. This card indicates that you will have something important to say. You are being encouraged to communicate or express yourself through writing, speaking, singing, dance, acting, music, or art. You may prefer to compose poetry or note your thoughts in a journal and keep your ideas and feelings to yourself, or you may choose to voice them to others so that you may give and receive guidance, wisdom, and hope. Whether your message is intended to inspire those around you or to simply heal yourself, it is important and necessary to help raise your own vibration, which in turn raises the vibration of the world. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to, harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to communicate and express your truth. When you are honest and respectful and seek to serve the greater good, your message will be received in the best possible light. Honest communication is key. Darn, Sag, that's perfect. I love that for you. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful message around communication. So let's see what wants to come through in your connection. This is for Sagittarius, Sun and Rising, please. Let's take a little musing around your connection. Twin flame soulmate messages and energies for Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Temperance. So this is your anchor card. This sort of is the overarching theme for the reading. Temperance is your card, Sag. It's one of your cards, along with the Wheel of Fortune. Temperance is a card of Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. It is about self-control, restraint, and the wisdom that comes with patience. And knowing that in time, see how the angel has the two chalices here and takes the water, the fluid, and goes back and forth as the angel patiently waits with guidance for everything to come into flow. It is also a card of alchemy, right? So in the olden days, in the oldie times, the alchemists would take a base metal like lead and turn it into gold or silver. Or, turning water into liquid gold or silver. So that's the concept. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but that's the concept, is having the wisdom, the guided wisdom and patience to know that in time, not only will everything come into flow, but it will come through improved in some way. So lovely, lovely card. All right, here's what we need to focus on right now. This card is the Queen of Coins, which is Pentacles. This is pretty much about your self-care. Queen of Pentacles is a feminine archetype of life partner, so I will say that. It does represent the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I'll say that. That will be important for some of you. But in the absence of this being a person in your world, Sag, this is about you taking care of you in the 3D. Okay, and being patient around it. Wow, this Ace of Wands keeps popping up out of this deck and always in this spot. Very interesting. Ace of Wands is the block, the challenge, of the dynamic between you and your divine counterpart. The Ace of Wands is that divine gift of passion, inspired passion. So I'll have to use a little bit of clarification to see why it's popping up there. And yeah, what can you expect to come of it? Nine of Swords. This position is normally what can you do about this, or what can you expect to come of it? I think this is what's going to go on. We're going to have a little bit of anxiety. I'll say that Nine of Swords, some anxiety is adaptive. It's helpful, right? But too much in excess, it starts to be intrusive thoughts, right? It gets in the way. So let me do a little clarifying around that. Excuse me. Okay, so let's take a look at Temperance first, please. I love that card, your own card coming out as the anchor. So, right, so being patient with yourself, not, as you're in that energy of anxiety, being patient with yourself, the wisdom of the patience to know that you need to put yourself first and take care of yourself. Beautiful. Ooh, Temperance and King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag, King of Wands. I see it, I want it, I claim it, it's mine. So you may be dealing with this King of Wands energy, astrologically, as I said, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, mostly Leo, see the lion. But this is somebody that may be the object of your desire, someone that you have a lot of chemistry with, that you're very passionate about. They may be very passionate, a very passionate person. And it, to me, represents, because we've got this Temperance card, if you are here and you are feeling that you're the King of Wands, it's asking you to really be temperate, to really kind of pull in on your normal tendency to just jump into action. So because we have the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, if you feel you're the King of Wands, then that's what's clarifying this Temperance card. If you are dealing with a King of Wands, it's asking you to be patient with that person. And when I say patient, I don't mean like just sitting and waiting around. I mean, you know, the two chalices, get that in your mind, that everything will come into flow and balance with this divine guided patience. So it's more of patience born out of wisdom, not just you being patient with a person, it's patient with a process. Whew, strength, more Leo. You may be dealing with a Leo here, Sag. Right? Here it is. Gathering up your courage, your confidence, and your strength to know that you too can overcome any challenge or obstacle. These two help each other. See the eternity symbol over her head, and she tames the lion as the lion protects her in return. This is a beautiful symbiotic connection between these two. So you gather your strength from each other, even if only at 5D. So that's what you're working on. Beautiful. That is the anchor of this whole reading. It's very lovely. Oh, and look what's underneath. My gosh, I will take it. The Lover's card. Right? So this kind of gives you an idea that choices will have to be made. The Lover's card is a card of choice. It is the duality here. We have the angel guiding, presiding over this couple, the lovers. It's also a twin flame reference and talks about union. So that's underneath, and so perhaps the Temperance is about, you know, understanding that with this divinely guided patience, everything will come, you will come back into union if you just persevere and get your strength off each other. It's really a beautiful message here, Sag. If it's not speaking to you, that's okay. Check back later for the full spread to see if it'll make more sense for you. Queen of Pentacles, please. Ooh, King of Swords. All right, so the King of Swords and the Devil. Capricorn energy and the Devil. So there may be someone here. I'm feeling Queen of Pentacles is about taking care of yourself, but it could also represent a wife. It could represent, if you are this Queen of Pentacles, that you may be dealing with some karmic energy. The King of Swords, however, seeks, look at the light shining off, you know, beaming off his sword. The King of Swords really wants to do things the right way. They're coming from high vibration, intellect, reasoning, logic, truth, honor, integrity, character. And yet we have this Devil card here, which suggests to me, sorry, I'm a little, just waking up, suggests that there may be some patterns here that are difficult to deal with or get released from. This is that karmic energy of the Devil. Sometimes it's just about, it can be about being too, you know, having your heels dug in too much, this person, meaning being too rigid, having, you know, they want what they want the way that they want it. It can also be a karmic partner, but the King of Swords wants to do things the right way. Here's the issue with the King of Swords. All the kings have extra swords. So this is swords on swords, which makes him a little less warm and fuzzy. Someone that can be cool and aloof and come across almost dismissive. So I'm putting that little reference in there only because we have the Devil energy on top of it, and what you need to focus on is yourself and getting grounded and stable. And you know, that Queen of Coins is about self-care. The Queen of Pentacles is about self-care. So right now we've got the Ace of Wands as the block, the challenge, or the dynamic. So let's see how we can clarify that. Ooh. So there's a delay. In that regard, it kind of comes through as a block or a challenge. This new gift of inspired passion might be delayed. Pisces energy in the Hanged Man is delaying your instant gratification, taking that 30,000-foot view and waiting for some enlightenment. It's hard for you to see, but there's a little golden orb around his head. So it feels to me as if there is some kind of connection here where you just feel this very strong pull coming from the Devil energy that feels as if it might be about repeating patterns. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because we have the Ace of Wands is normally a reigniting that torch of passion, and you're being asked to delay that. Okay, so there's a little bit of a challenge, a block here coming from the Hanged Man. It's saying wait, pull back, look at the big picture, almost as if to say, don't just jump at that Ace of Wands opportunity when it presents itself. Be sure you're taking care of yourself, and that you're honestly looking at what this devil energy is. It a pattern? Is it someone who is obsessive or controlling? Are you over controlling? Do you see where I'm going here? So the Ace of Wands is being offered, but there's a challenge around it that's asking you to pull back and look at it from all angles before you take action. Yes, exactly. Two of Pentacles. Weigh realities on the ground. What are you really dealing with? Look at the background here. There's this very turbulent sea, and this guy's just kind of, he's got all his balls in the air, right? It's almost as if there's a storm going on all around him. The seas are raging, and he's kind of like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. So there is an aspect of delay again, because you're kind of juggling and trying to assess what's really going on, weighing your priorities before you make any, choose your final option here. So that Two of Pentacles, I am feeling, block and challenge a little bit more. And I love that we get the Justice card underneath. So on some level, what you're looking for is a return of balance and justice, something more fair and balanced. This is Libra energy there. So over here, I'm feeling the lack of balance, right? King of Swords wants to do things the right way, but it's their way. And the Devil energy could be a karmic partner somewhere in the mix. I'm not seeing that yet, but for some of you that may be true. Or it just can be some energy that's very controlling and that doesn't yield, that doesn't, play well with others, shall I say. And then, yeah, what's the outcome here? Some anxiety, stress, worry, sleepless nights. Whoa, I got two cards that popped out. The first is the Ten of Swords. So we go from the 9 to the 10, an end of a painful cycle, or concern and worry about an ending, with the Divine Masculine, Emperor. So I do feel that this is more about your worry. Okay, so worrying about an ending, a possible ending. I am here to tell you that the Ten of Swords actually represents the end of a painful cycle, but it may be because it landed on the Nine of Swords that there's some worry about it. You could be worried about your Divine Masculine and something that you've both been through that was very painfully charged. I'm here to tell you that it is done. That part of the experience between you is over. So now you have to kind of pick up the pieces, take care of yourself, see where I'm going and how it all falls out. I know this is running long, but there are a lot of messages coming through right here. I hope you found this helpful, Sag. As I said again, I'll do my best to get your full spread up, so be sure you're subscribed and click the bell. But if you don't see it today, it will be up this time tomorrow. Much love. Take care. Bye.